Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, is it Wednesday? Wednesday afternoon here inside the studio. We got a great study for you guys today. I think the biggest matchup in my mind this weekend, there's a lot of good ones. But I mean, Texas and Vandy, I don't think that has as much lore as Oklahoma and Tennessee, right? Oklahoma coming to Knoxville, Tennessee this weekend. Night game, 7:45 inside Neyland Stadium. I think the key to the matchup in this ball game, I think the defense from Tennessee's got a significant advantage against that Oklahoma offense, in my opinion, with the way Mateer has been playing lately. But the biggest key in this ball game, in my opinion, is this Tennessee offensive line against this defensive box, a defensive unit from Oklahoma. So what I was very curious about, Jonathan, going into this one was, how does this Tennessee offensive line unit stack up? What do they look like? Because for my money, in this conference, the most havoc-wreaking and most terrifying defensive unit right now inside the box is Oklahoma. Okay, so that's going to be the big one this weekend. Can they give Joey Aguilar enough time? Can they create enough creases in the run game to remain balanced and in those huntable situations and in those attackable counts, right? And I think it's all going to boil down to this offensive line. David Stone, R. Mason Thomas. How do you handle this unit from Oklahoma? Excited to do this today. We're really going to get into the bag. As a former offensive lineman, we're going to take basically what is an offensive line unit position room meeting today. We're going to take a look at this Tennessee O-line unit that has much, much improved since a year ago. Excited to do this. Hey, got a couple of rules today. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Jonathan, will you get some Havoc stats on this Oklahoma unit for me? We're not going to watch them a ton today at all today, in fact. We're only going to watch this Tennessee unit. But the data, the film tells me that these guys get after it. I'm very curious what the data says about their Havoc rates so far through this year. I know they're not turning teams over. That's a luck thing sometimes. Got to have the ball bounce our way. Got to have tips go our way, things like that. But their Havoc rate has got to be through the roof with regards to TFLs and sacks. What do you got?
They're second in the country in sacks and first overall in tackles for loss.
Around here, we take ball and say, hey, ooh, this is what the film says. This is what my brain, my football brain tells me about this team. And then we take old Stretch over there. We make him give us them stats and bang. That's how it happens quite often around here. We love that. All right, number two, our second play of the game right here. This often happens to me with very special football players. I go into studies and I'm like, hey, I'm going to watch the whole unit. And then this, however long this film study is going to be about 75% David Sanders. Because I think David Sanders is an elite football player. I was very questionative out of high school about his anchor because he was 272 pounds as a senior, all right, and was thin all throughout. Played both ways out there at Providence Day, I think it was, Providence in the Carolinas, okay? Comes to Tennessee, NFL pedigree, you assumed he'd get some weight on. He playing at about 310 right now, and that anchor is solid, meaning he does not get ran through, and he doesn't play over his toes all that much. You'll take a look at a good, clean rep from here, right here, over at the left tackle or right tackle spot. Okay, let's get into the tight view right here. All right, such a good athlete, even when he's compromised, which right here I think he is, right? This defensive end or defensive tackle, this big boy's got him thrown up off of his set right here. We watch a lot of film on this network, as you can tell by the name. There are about 90% of young offensive linemen that are going to end up on their backside in that clip right there. If we have elite twitch in our feet, if we're an elite athlete, we'll get those feet back up underneath us really, really quickly. Watch 70, guarantee you he does. Bang. So even if I have to swing that foot out big, wide, and ugly, I get my 2 feet back into the ground and I get myself back into a winnable body position right here as an offensive lineman, okay? And again, I'm telling you right now, this is the third read in this progression for Joey Aguilar. Look at this. Play action, works right, Goes through 1, looks to 2, doesn't like the tight, comes all the way back to number 3 on the dig. If you give this kid time this weekend, he's going to find an answer. If you give this kid time at any point in his career, even at this place, he was finding an answer. All right, he might put the ball at risk because they needed to score 70 to win. They're the worst defense in the sport. But this kid's going through progressions. We got to give him time. That's the key. All right. Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. We can't do this. I think it's a lazy rep from the center right here, okay? I think it's a lazy rep. When our feet die, we are dead in this sport. All right, when our feet die like this right here, we're stagnant, aren't we, Jonathan? We think the rep's over. We think we got him one. No, you don't. You're going to lose a tackle here in a second. All right, we're in power pass. All right, did y'all see that? We're pulling the backside guard. All right, we're in power pass, meaning this tackle's going to pinch, and then he's going to hinge out, right? He's going to work inside to B gap, and then he's going to hinge back out to C gap. Watch 53's technique. So as a center, we got to know when we work back to that 4-eye right now, though we have help right now, we're not going to have help very long, are we? So we better move our feet. We better continue to run our feet because eventually the left tackle is going to work away from us, and now he's captured our edge because we let our feet die. This is the type of stuff. This week, I promise you, it's a great ball from Joey. It's a touchdown to Chris Brazzell here in the green zone. I don't think this week it's a touchdown. I think this week it's a sack. I think David Stone's better than this kid from Kentucky. Do you agree? Absolutely. We cannot take plays off. We cannot take snaps off. We cannot let our feet die. All right? And I think this center's good, man. So former 4-star, 6'4", long, athletic, playing good football right now. If there's any problems consistently when I watch Tennessee's tape, it's at the guards, 75 and 72. All right? But this kid's playing good ball. We just can't let our feet die. That's an unacceptable loss right here. It's an unacceptable hit on our quarterback because we should know the concepts of the play. We should know we're losing our tackle at some point in that snap. This is a young player, all right, in number 70 right here. Hey, here's the deal. If that dude's walking up in B gap right here, and our job is to cut off B gap, we can't be caught off guard by the fact that he did that. All right, we got to get our head across of his body, right? We have to make him run through the midline. The V of our neck is what my coach used to say. All right, so we got to get our head across. You ever heard coaches say that? Get my head across. Well, why do I need to get my head across? It's a whole lot harder to run through my body than run through my arm. Do we all understand that? All right, so he's trying, you can see him trying to lean his head into the equation. We can't be doing that. Again, we know we're losing our guard here. We're trying to run counter. All right, we know we're losing our guard. We also know we're not getting our center here. He's got a shade tech, right? So when we look into our B gap on this very similar concept to a pinch hinge on that power pass, when we're protecting our B gap right here, we've got to be alert. You know what I would have done right here, Jonathan? And we're not allowed to do this, but this is me as a player. I'd have bit that play side knee. I'd have took in my face, and I'd have dove my face mask right across his play side knee. Because he wants to sprint through that B gap. The next time he ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. That's not an SEC player. I was a Division II player. I was a sorry sack. All right? But this kid, you're athletic enough. Power step down, man. Power step down with that left foot. Don't just push him to the play. Man. What are we doing here, guys? We got to get some calls relayed to the back. The back is confused. All right, we got 7 guys walked up on the line of scrimmage. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 guys walked up on the line of scrimmage, and we're in a 6-man pass protection. We got good numbers, right? We should be good. One-on-one, big on big. Let's pick it up. So here's what I would be doing as an offensive line coach. We're on the road. We got a young, a fresh to the system quarterback and a fresh to the starting role running back, okay? So we need to be alert and we need to be loud, or at least with our hand gestures, letting people know where we're going. Even if we're giving away the secrets and the answer, I don't care. It's a passing down situation right here. They know it. They're getting after us. So here's the deal. The back thinks he's got him, when in reality, the back's got him. 72, they're going on a 4-man slide, leaving the young boy on a one-on-one, right? We got 4x1. That's what they're doing as an offensive line. But the back doesn't quite know this, because the back tells me he thinks he's got number 3. Look at that. He's actually got number 7, and now we're late to the protection. We can't have this type of stuff. All right, now at home, it's a lot easier to get this stuff cleaned up because it's not so loud. All right, but on the road, man, like all it takes is 1 point from the guard. You know what I mean? All it takes is one clarification of my responsibilities, and then the back figures out his. That's stuff we got to have by week 7, week 8. We can't be giving up pressures like this to a quarterback. That kills the drive right there, guys. And you think it's bad against Kentucky. This is all Oklahoma does, dude. You're gonna get all this type of stuff on 3rd down. You're going to get the freaky. All right, let's talk about this right guard over here. Hey folks, want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to our friends over at Ridge. You guys know me, whether it be due to my busy habits and daily schedules, or whether it be to my ADD brain forgetting to plug my phone in at night. I need to constantly have assistance with regards to keeping my phone alive. Ridge does a great job with their power bank. Not only that, got an elite kickstand right there for you guys that like to watch videos or maybe have your phone sitting and chilling throughout the day on your desk like I do. Not only that, that power bank is absolute money, as are these sleek wallets that they have available over there on Ridge. Ridge.com/Brooks10. Again, Ridge.com. Promo code Brooks10 will get you 10% off your first purchase over there at Ridge.com. We appreciate those guys for not only keeping this phone alive, but supporting this network as well. Ridge.com, promo code Brooks10. All right. I get frustrated with this sometimes because this shows me that we don't know the concepts of the play. We don't know what we're actually trying to do. All right. We have power pass right here, right? We're pulling the backside guard, which means all these guys are working right this way, okay? All these guys are working this way, and we're pulling the backside guard. As a right guard right here, if I'm going to take over that 0, I better do so aggressively. I better not get over there and feel like I can anchor because he's on the midline of the play. If I get over there, like Shams does, watch Shams Umarov get over here. He gets to his responsibility. All right, you get there. But guess what? We got to accelerate our feet now. He's still on the midline of the play. We're trying to drop our quarterback right here. We got to drive him off of that. We can't get into an anchor position now and wait for a bull rush because he's going to run us right into the quarterback, which is exactly what he does, right? He's going to run us right into the quarterback. What are we doing? Run our feet. Don't anchor our feet. Do we all understand that? Do we all get that? Look at the backside. Look at the young freshman over here. He's going to work down into his responsibilities, realize that there's no one there, and collect that defensive end and keep him stopped in his tracks. I see stuff like this from a lot of fast-paced offenses, right? They're trying to run stretch right here. Do we all see that? They're trying to stretch this defense this way. Okay, they're trying to run east and west and then get north and south. They're trying to stretch, bam. It's the old Denver Broncos play back in the Elway days. Now, here's my problem. Will you look up on the roster how old 75 is? Will you tell me how many starts this guy's got? How many times he's played? Is he a young football player? Is this excusable? Is this fixable? Or are we 3 years into this sucker at this point? Because this is a problem. Here we go. These two are working out. We got to talk responsibilities. These two are out, which means these two are working up to him. We got Mike 9. All right, do we all see that? That means on the backside, we're working up here, and 87's job is to dig out number 2. So if I'm this left guard and I know we are working this down lineman, we're working this down lineman up to this inside linebacker, This inside linebacker is already out leveraged. Do we all see that as a class? He's already out leveraged. So as a guard, I don't need to be on my horse. I need to be looking at where my responsibilities are. If anything, I need to be helping Lance Hurd back here, working back through this defensive end. That's our responsibility. Look, these two are out here. These two are up here. We're supposed to be working back here. And by God, if we do, oh my God, do we have a crease? What do you got for me?
That is Wendell Moe Jr., and he had multiple starts at Arizona before transferring over to Tennessee.
See, I don't know if we know what our landmark is right here. Because if we did, if we knew we were working to this linebacker, we would be so firm through that upside shoulder of that defensive lineman that we would, oh my God, would we open this up? Do we all see that? But instead, they just chase us down. And it looks like, if you're watching at home, it's like, dang, Lance can't get across the 4 eyes face. Well, he got no help. Got no help at all. Oh man, this set from number 70. Woo, woo, woo. All right, so we got some, they tried a bunch of different things over here on the young kid. They threw number 2 at him, which is their 6'2", 240 pound, like Jack Rusher. He's like real twitched up muscle hamster, right? Then they couldn't get past it with that guy. So then they throw number 90 over there, who look 90 up on Kentucky's roster, Jonathan. I bet that Joker's 6'6", 290. I mean, he is big as all can be, long as hell. They tried to get him with speed, tried to get him with twitch, tried to get him with big fella. They tried to get him with everything and couldn't do it. Watch this set from number 70. Love this. Love how we get off the line of scrimmage. I know I got you Googling. What you got for me?
6'4", 270.
Yeah, big kid. All right, so watch it. Put us in 2. Watch this set. We get off the line of scrimmage really, really quick and effortlessly, right? And now what we can't do is overset him, right, Jonathan? We can't go past his midline. We got to stay firm on the inside portion of our body. Look at where all of our weight is right now, Jonathan. If that kid tried to come back inside and run through our chest, we're going to be firm with our inside post foot. You see that? And then we gear down just a little bit, and then get hands on first. And look at the anchor. See him get his 2 feet in the ground? I told Jonathan this about Andrew Thomas. The first time I ever saw Andrew Thomas in person standing like 4 feet behind him, it looked like his feet were both never in the ground and never off the ground. It looked like he was floating all the time. It looked like he was a hovercraft with his feet because he's so twitchy and so athletic. This kid's the same way. It's almost as if his feet just kind of glide above the surface of the ground. And then the moment he needs to put his cleats in the ground, boom, his cleats in the ground, and you almost see this from him, and that's power. That's where it's at, right? And he's never in a bad position. Look at it. I'll slow it down when you see the moment he realizes, oh, I've gotten into a good spot. Now he's going to power rush me, and I need to gear down. Do you see that? That's literally what I just did. That right there. That's what his body's doing in every single one of these sets the moment it needs to. Bam. What a good body lean from this kid, man. Such a great athlete. I think you've got to be better, all right, and longer and firmer in play action. Look, you guys are a play action deep passing attack like most teams are, okay? So when we put the ball into the belly of the back, we assume as a defense, right, we're playing run right now as a defense, right? We're downhill, we're fitting gaps, we're square-shouldered as a defensive line. We're not getting upfield, right? But these linebackers are. But these defensive linemen are going from run fits to pass. So as an offensive line, we have got to do a much better job of realizing, hey, once they know it's pass center, he's going to make a move. We can't be caught off guard when he does so. Okay, I see this all the time with offensive linemen. Again, 56, feeling like the rep is over, feeling like we've got him collected. No, you don't. He's fitting the run right now. He's not trying to make a move. The moment he realizes the quarterback's got the football and is dropping back, that's when his rep is going to begin. That's when your one-on-one just started. We got to stay with hot feet. But right now, the quarterback's so damn dialed, it don't even matter. You know what I mean? Like, you can get home all you want. You can get home in 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds. The kid is dialed. All right, so that's the other thing Oklahoma's got to worry about. Oh, we dropped the F word on the notes right here. Number 70 is so damn good. So damn good. Watch how quickly. So it was a third, fourth start. Kid didn't play the first 3 games, did he? He had a shoulder injury. All right. Watch this, Jonathan. We got 2 guys, right? We got set firm on this inside 4-eye to help our right guard, but we also got to be ready for this outside pass rush if it so presents itself. Watch him right here. He's going to be firm on this 4-eye in his initial kick. All right, down set hut. Down set hut. Come on, Joey. Give me a down set hut. Down set hut. Oh, so we didn't get off the line too much, did we? We allowed our right guard to get over there to our right, to our firm left foot. Now, what do we see? We see number 2 dropping on us, don't he? He don't look like he's coming, is he? So what are we going to do immediately? We're going to look for work, and bam, we're going to put that kid on his ass. Look how quickly, Jonathan. I need this type of alertness and effort. Do you see how different his feet are moving at center right now when he knows he's hot? I mean, there is not a better look at what you just did in play action versus look at what you do when you know from the snap you're hot. We got to play this way all the time, dude, because this will win in play action. Oh, damn, Jonathan, you know what I'm seeing? This kid's got a damn cast on his left foot. That is a big, big tape job. I'm sorry, 56. I'm going to shut up. Hey, that's on me. I know why your feet are dead. One of them's in a cast. That's on me, big dog. I'm sorry I realized that, 10 minutes into the study. That's on me. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. You know what I love about, watching Hype over the years is he'll do things where he realizes that they're just in real funky alignments. You know what I mean? We got 4 guys over here, but if I give any type of, hey, we might throw a screen, all these guys are going to flood their way to that ball, aren't they? And he just finds ways to find natural creases in run games. All right? And even the funky alignment just gets this Kentucky team gashed. I mean, it's one down block. That's all it is. One down block, one out block. Be tight to the down block from the running back, and we're off to the races. It don't get no easier in terms of run scheme than that. I don't think they'll have that many free runners like that on Saturday. Do you, Jonathan? Yeah, Venables don't be giving it up like that too often. Oh, man, it's so damn good. I want y'all to look at this kid's feet. All right, we got power pass again. Okay, we're going to lose our guard. So we got to really step firm down into B gap. All right, we got to pinch, right? We got to pinch down into B gap. And look, he already sees his responsibility going away, doesn't he? So where are his eyes already, Jonathan? His eyes are already to his responsibility. And look at that body lean. That is the combine. That is what they want. We want all that weight. We want all that weight on that inside foot. And we almost want to be able to hop like that in our kick slide. You know what I mean? Oof, still got it, Jonathan. We want to have good inside body lean. That's what it looks like, guys. That's what it ought to be. And then once ultimately our tight end leaves us, we're never, ever, ever going to be in a bad spot on this defensive end. This kid's so damn good. That's a much better rep, center. A much better rep. I'm sorry for crapping on you, dude. That cast is so obvious. Look how big that tape job is. Let's love up on 70 again. Look at his tech here. Look how clean the tech is. Good inside first step. We don't lose ground. We gain ground. Look, bang. Love that. Now, watch us work back in. Right into the hip. We're going to deliver that to the tight end. Stay firm. And look, hey, our tight end's not doing his job. Is that Kitts? That is Kitts. We got a damn 6th-year tight end not doing his job, but the young freshman is. Okay, what is their job? They're comboing up to number 7. Okay, these two working up to number 7. All right, we say, what do we say? 2 hands or 3 hands on the down lineman, 4 eyes on the backer. Do y'all understand what that means? We're going to work through the down lineman, but we got to have our eyes as a collective, as a combo, which he does. You see this kid? Look at where his eyes are. Bang. Right to their responsibilities, okay? We got to have 4 eyes on our responsibility that we are working towards because he has an option to go this way or this way, right? So when we work up to him, whichever way, as we push the down lineman towards him, whichever way he works, that guy comes off. And David is doing a great job taking over the responsibility, but again, the old tight end is not. Do we all see that? It's so great. I think we lose it down here in the middle. I always hated we got to get hip to hip, okay? If we're not here. I don't know if y'all can tell. We're shoulder to shoulder. We're not hip to hip. That's going to allow the defensive linemen to split us, okay? You see how our hips are apart from each other? We're not working that double team. That's not going to happen. We got to be hip to hip, pushing all the way into them, and then we slide off as we see which linebacker, which way the linebacker's going, okay? That's hip to hip over here at right tackle and right tight end, okay? Those two are conjoined at the hip. I mean, they're touching, you know what I mean? These two are not. We got hips out here, hips out here. That's an L. That's why the linebacker comes off and makes a play, or the defensive lineman, whoever it was. This kid's eyes right, and his tech is right on every single snap. We're getting pressure from depth. I'm telling you, they tried everything on the kid. They thought, hey, we got a freshman over here. Let's give him speed. Let's give him power. Let's rush him from depth and hope his eyes are wrong. And they didn't get any of it. They did not get home on any of it. Look, eyes down to his 4 technique immediately. My 4 technique goes away. I'm putting my eyes out, and I'm going to get out to my set. I mean, you're just absolutely dialed for a freshman. Absolutely dialed. Now, where did our pressure come from? The middle. All these bodies. I told you I was worried about his anchor because he is young and he was thin in high school. You see he's got a belly on him now. They done put some big college weight on him. You know what my coach used to say? Stop drinking the light beers, son. Put down the Bud Lights, pick up the Budweiser. You'll grab 10 pounds easy, you know? Don't condone that. I literally had a teammate that my job was to slap his hand if I caught him drinking light beer. A 265-pound tackle in Division II football ain't winning, Jonathan. We got to get heavy. I mean, that's a 290-pounder, guys. They're trying to get him with a bull rush, and they ain't getting home. They ain't getting home. He puts them feet back in the ground. You see what I'm talking about with these feet levitating? Look how many times he gets them out of the ground and back into the ground and how quickly he does. That's called a bull hop, guys. It's so counterintuitive as a human to do this. It requires such athleticism and such trust in your technique. We got a 285-pounder pushing through our chest, and your coach tells you, hey, jump and put your feet back in the ground. Excuse me? What? We're getting like blown up in the chest like this, and you want me to do that? Huh? You know what I mean? Like you feel like the first time you do it, you feel like you're going to jump in the air and literally get thrown off your feet. But it's the technique. We gotta reestablish our feet back into the ground without getting walked like this. Well, this is bad. We're gonna lose that rep. All right. Look how quickly his feet get back into the ground, man. This is textbook. Now, yeah, are we giving it up? Are we giving up pressure? 100%. But we're dying a slow death, right? That's what it is. 18 months from now, he's gonna catch that kid on that first bull hop and accelerate his feet. And he's going to bury that SOB the first time he jumps and puts his hands up because he didn't get home. You know what I'm saying? That's how we elevate. That's how we grow. Because he's going to jump. You see him trying. He's almost thinking about jumping. I think this is his first minus. It's the first time I ever saw him play nose over toes in this football game. We're 30 snaps in. You know? It's the first time I saw that one from this kid. Kid's even throwing false hands, Jonathan. Throwing false hands. Look at this. He thinks that defensive end thinks he's stabbing him right now. He's not. So this defensive end, you know what he's going to do? He's only 1.5 steps into his rush. He's going to go ahead and throw his open hand swim, and he's going to expose his chest plate. And now guess what? You've only gained a yard. You've thrown your first move. You're into your counter already. You've only gotten a yard off the ball. And my hands are engaged first. You think 90's winning this rep? Hell no. Hell no. Really good job over here. I crapped on 75 a lot in this study. It's a really good job picking up that stunt. That's as smooth as I've seen a TE stunt get picked up in a fat minute. Okay? I mean, that looks stress-free, didn't it? They don't all look stress-free. Watch that Bama tape from this past weekend. All right? What do you think, Jonathan? What's our time stamp? We're like good 25 minutes in, aren't we?
Almost 30.
What you think about that kid?
Really good. It's scary that he's a freshman.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about that one. I'm excited to keep watching that one. I feel like I get in my bag on these O-line drills. Love y'all. See y'all. Bye.